Hey everybody, you're in the reaction room with Reese. Welcome. Today's recap is season 2, episode 64. Let's get into it. Here's what's happening beyond the gates. We start off at the Dupree house. Vernon and Anita are getting their little smooch on when Danny interrupts and says she has a crisis and she needs their help. Danny says she's afraid to look at the proofs from her photo shoot. Smitty is trying to take advantage of some alone time with Martin, but he tells him Vernon is coming over to discuss his re-election. Over at Orphe Jean's, Samantha and Donnell are having lunch after rehearsal for the cotillion, and it's obvious that Samantha is crushing on him, and June can tell. At the country club, Eva and Isaiah are waiting for his mother to join them for lunch. Eva is really nervous that Darlene won't like her. Isaiah tells her she's going to be just as crazy about you as I am. Back at the Dupree house, Vernon asks Danny, "This is your big emergency?" He says he's got to get to a meeting with Martin to talk about the campaign. And then Anita figures out that Danny is there to keep an eye on her while Vernon is out. Samantha and Darnell are talking about her working at Chelsea Cat, and then he tells her that he used to have a huge crush on Chelsea. After he leaves, June can tell she's disappointed, and then she tells her Darnell is too old for her anyway. And then Samantha tells June she would love for her to come to the cotillion. Smitty meets up with Jacob, and he tells Smitty it's been hard getting information from Grayson about his female contact. Smitty says, "You can't investigate at the hospital, but I can." Darlene shows up for lunch, and she wastes no time telling Eva that she's well aware of her and Leslie's sordid story. And then Leslie walks in, and she tells Darlene she don't play about her baby girl. Danny spills the beans about Vernon asking her to come by, and Anita tells them that she is not a child and she doesn't need to be supervised. Vernon says it's just because they love her so much. Anita says, "All right, fine, go ahead." On his way out, Vernon calls Danny a snitch. Back at the country club, Leslie sits down at the table, and then her and Darlene get into it. They start going back and forth, and then Darlene says, "I can't sit here a second longer," and she walks out. Eva tells Isaiah to go after her. Martin tells Vernon he wants to ask him something before they get into the campaign stuff. He asks him how did he and Anita make time for each other when they both had busy careers. Vernon says you have to prioritize each other in your schedule, even if it's only for a day. He said the spark will be even hotter and the flame even brighter. Jacob tells Smitty, "I'm trying to give you an out." Smitty says, "I don't want an out. I want to break this story." So Jacob tells him, "Promise me you won't do it without a clear plan first." Martin tells Vernon his campaign manager suggested that he beef up security. Vernon says that's a wise move, but Martin is not too sure. Darlene tells Isaiah, "You're in a good place right now, with a good job." She says, "I don't want you getting mixed up with the spawn of Satan. The apple don't fall far from the tree." She said, "You do best to stay clear of that girl." And that's how the show ended today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I will talk to you in the next one, okay? Bye.